Hello, hello, good afternoon, beautiful ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board the Power Couple and Family Enrichment. And here is my wonderful husband. You're gonna say hello to them, and then we just give an introduction.
Hello, Facebook fans, viewers. Hi, Power Couple intro this afternoon after church.
Okay, hi there. As you join us, welcome on board. If you don't comment, sometimes we can't know who is there. But it's, excuse me, it's a great pleasure and privilege as always to be with you. And here we are to give you some brief introduction about the Power Couple and Family Enrichment Programs. This is just a way of giving back, you know, as a family, first of all, as a couple, and then a family. We know we live in such challenging times in our world today, where marriages are breaking down at a rate where, honestly, before you even remember the next day, you know, your anniversary when you got married, some marriages have already broken down. Some go and get married today in about 3 days and then it's broken. So we just thought, like, in such difficult times and challenging times, you know, it would be great to share, you know, effective strategies. Why is it that we have a lot of strategies to succeed in life, to become an entrepreneur, to become a multimillionaire, but people don't really teach us, you know, strategies or share with us effective strategies to keep our marriages, to keep our families together. So we thought, coming up with this and calling out there for other great and powerful couples, it must not be perfect. No couple is perfect.
That's right.
We are all working towards, you know, being the best, isn't it?
That's right.
So we thought we'll come out with the Power Couple and Family Enrichment, you know, programs to bring as many families as possible, many marriages, so we can save so many marriages. While we start by saving our marriages, you know, and being the best, we can reach out there and save so many marriages and hence families. And I will just introduce you to my wonderful, wonderful husband. And first of all, the whole theme, we will be looking at the whole thing as a team. As a team, we are a team.
That's right.
We are a team. And a team, if you take a football team, when they go to play, you might not like some of the players.
It's collectiveness prevail. That's right.
Wonderful. And we have one goal.
That's right.
And what's the goal for every team?
To win.
To win the match.
That's right.
It doesn't matter who they are facing. Am I right or wrong?
You're very right, love.
Wonderful. And the
That's
team
right.
will always stay together.
Yeah.
Stay together. A team that stays together, plays together, support one another.
That's right.
They're going to definitely win the match.
That's right.
So as a relationship, marriage is a great team. A team for life. You are actually into that team. You got into that team. You need to work together with one another. When you put it in your mind that this is a team, and it becomes effective because everybody has a role in a team.
That's right.
Am I right?
That's right.
You have the captain, you have the coach, you have the players. And amongst the players, you know football better.
That's right. That's right. That's right. We communicate effectively in the field. We talk to each other. We support each other and things like that. But let's come now to practicalities. Let's talk about me and you. Let's share our experiences. In as much as we expect your views, we would like to share with your own views too as well, because you also are involved in a relationship. We'll talk about loyalty. We'll talk about fidelity. We'll talk about commitment, effective communication. Do you work longer than normal? Do you have more time for your wife? Do you have time for the children? How do you share your money? How do you deal with things like that? Basically, these are the things that, you know, cause problems. What's your relationship with your boss in the office? Do you bring stress from work at home and things like that?
That's
you know,
true.
small things like that.
That's
and big
true.
things too, like sex. How's your sex life? Is it, you know, do you communicate well on that? Are you people open to each other? You know, that's a big one. Big subject.
Yeah, that's
so
really
now,
true.
let's talk about me and you. Let's
Wonderful.
share our experiences. Do you communicate with your husband?
Yeah.
Because when we talk of communication, we don't mean just talking. The sensitivity of the subject, when and how to communicate, all these things, you know.
And I think, talking about communication, the huge issue, and which is why we talk about the family get together, am I right?
Yeah.
Because the truth is, if you realize, I know a lot of, like, you know, couples or families, you know, they communicate. Some are really great at communication. But, you know, too often, you will find out that, like, as a couple, especially when you have children, you can talk to your spouse all day long, but you're not talking about yourself. You're talking about the bills. You're talking about the children, their mortgage, their school fees.
That's right,
you know,
that's right,
we need to
that's
talk
right.
about ourselves, and we
That's right.
fail to talk about ourselves.
I know, that's
Honey,
right.
how was your day today?
your day today?
What is it that you would love for me to do better, you know, to make you happy?
That's right.
Knowing more about one another.
That's right.
We need to try and get to that level of communication in marriage. And that's why for the Power Couple and, you know, Family Enrichment get together, it is really about spending time with your spouse. Too often we go to parties. Am I right, sweetheart?
Yeah,
we get there. You're happy to see your friends. The boys are there together. They're having a wonderful time together. We are chatting with our own friends.
That's right.
But we want to create that time where it's apart from intimacy, you and your spouse, candlelight, just cool there and just like, come on, let's have some chat together. Let's talk about ourselves.
Let's talk. Before we got married, we got to know each other this way. We got married. We have children now. Things are a little bit different, but how do you bring back that passion? When you saw her, that beauty, how you spoke to her before, and things like that.
I know.
Be real, So these are the things that really affect relationships now, But when we come up the next time, when we will deal with each topic,
exactly,
and expatiate on it, and get your own views too, and your own experiences too, because your own views might help us too. We don't have, nobody has monopoly of knowledge. Your experience might be a helpful thing to us. Our experiences too, we share with you.
Yeah.
I argue with my wife. I quarrel with my wife. But there's one bottom line that I love my wife. We come back together, as one.
Exactly.
So there's no relationship where you don't have differences or differences in opinion. It's just like saying that we all smell the same. No, we all have different smells. So we have different opinions. So we have different opinions, and temptation. Are you too tempted with other ladies? What all this?
I know that's a great one. So we'll have each topic. Each time we'll have a theme we're gonna take and talk about. And if you want to talk on specific theme, please get in touch with us, and we'll deal with that.
Post your views.
He was saying,
post your views. We will assemble all of this. We'll have a big. What do you call that again?
The reunion, which we'll talk about that later on. We'll just give you an update about the team and also the reunion for families. So the goal now, like he was saying, despite every ups and downs we meet, the challenges, we are committed to stay together. We love one another. Thank you, Mirel. Thank you. Looking forward to watching. Wonderful. Yeah, we're not going to be doing a lot of lives. Honestly, we'll try to do as much as we'll do some lives, and then we'll get-togethers for families who can make it. And then maybe sometimes we can record some videos, because we have a lot of other things going. But I believe it is so fundamental, especially in our world today, the great challenges we are facing. And, us, being a couple, a Christian, we believe in the principles of the Bible. We believe marriage is an institution created by God. So for everyone watching us, I work in other areas, but all I know about marriage, the only person or way you can keep your marriage together despite the challenges in life, is just by following the principles of the Bible, of God. God's intention for the creation of marriage, the purpose of marriage. When we know that, because like we say, when you don't know the purpose of anything, you will abuse that thing. If we don't know the purpose of a marriage, and if we have to know the purpose of a marriage, where do we go back? Is the institution of marriage. So we just want to talk about, at least let's give you something today. He was talking about the upcoming conference.
That's right.
Right? So if you're interested, I'll just give you some vibes on this. That's on the Saturday the 2nd of December.
That's right.
2017, Saturday the 2nd of December 2017, at the Marble Arch Marriott Hotel in London. We're having a romantic family get-together dinner, a luxurious dinner, and the theme is reigniting love and passion in your marriage. We didn't say marriages, so you make it so personalized. I will reignite, or we will reignite love and passion in our marriage. And you will have to reignite love and passion in your marriage. Because the truth is, we become so complacent.
So tense, so preoccupied with so many things that's happening in our world today, at work, business, how to become this and that. And we forget the basic things. The family unit has to be together. Without the family, we don't have any streets. Without the family, we don't have any village. Without the family, we don't have any nation. So the family unity, it's paramount for our
very. Families are the building blocks of communities.
That's right.
If our families are strong and well founded, well grounded on a solid foundation, we're gonna build great and solid communities, and eventually cities, nations, and world, and our world.
That's right.
So for this power couple, we said, is reigniting love and passion. We need to be passionate. We need to have love in our homes, in our marriages specifically. It's just like, I'm sure you love your job. Like we always talk about very successful people. They have passion for what they are doing. You cannot be passionate about your job and then you're not passionate in your relationship. You are not passionate in your marriage. You cannot love your job or love what you are doing. For those of you who follow me, my work, I love my work. I mean, it's what I was called to do. And I'm passionate about it. But you must love your spouse that way and be passionate about him or her as well. So it is paramount. Because when you have so much love for your relationship, for your spouse, believe me, you're passionate. You are zealous. You must make it succeed. You must make it succeed. I mean, it becomes in a way that's what keeps you going. You have fulfillment. You cannot do without it, because without that relationship, you will feel a void and emptiness. It's exactly the same thing. Without you fulfilling your passion in life, you will feel that void and emptiness. Let's come back to our homes. We cannot go out there. We are successful in our workplaces, yet we cannot keep our marriages together. Come on, let's come together and work as a team. Let's get back. For some people now, believe me, sweetheart, there are some couples, the wife or the husband has never said, I love you. Am I right? There are some people.
You need to say this thing.
Honestly.
Yeah, it's very important, to remind your wife that I love you every day, I love you. I carry my hand up. I don't do that every day, but I do it as much as, I remember to do it.
And not only once a day, you need to even do it so many times a day.
So many times,
Yeah.
So we're not a perfect relationship out there, but we are just two weak people helping each other to be the best we can be.
Exactly. And our strengths compensate for others' weaknesses.
That is right. That is right.
Yeah.
That is right. That high has to be, no one is perfect. We make mistakes. You fall short of so many things. I fall short of so many things. But the essential thing is we love each other.
Yeah. And we are committed to make our marriage work, to save our marriage, our children, our family, and also to help save other marriages. So, if you've never told your husband or your wife you love them, go now and tell them you love them after listening to this.
Honestly, what happens with a small survey they did the other time when they had a husband and wife conference, and the speaker said to all the men, text your wife that I love you. The response was amazing. The women, when they saw the messages, what does he want to tell me again? Has he cheated on me? Does he want to? Those were the responses.
Can you imagine? Because they are not used to seeing
text messages. Does he want to ask me more money? Is he unfaithful again with another woman? So it's so strange, you see.
I know.
How men will text their wife, I love you, and your wife will be thinking something different. It's because they've not heard that for long, and each time they hear that, it's like the man wants something special from
exactly,
them,
exactly.
So
it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. It should be something so natural. We just say it even with the children. I mean, I say it so often, not even once a day. I'm just like, love you. It's just a norm. We need to find ways. We need to find ways of bringing back that love and passion. We cannot just let it be a norm. Like we are married, we are just a family, and life just goes by. There is no, how do they call that thing? Ambience. Fire, no spark. When you see your husband, your spouse, there is no spark, there is no light. You have
to spice it, It's just like a food without spices, Eating the food without spices is just like a walk, a chore, You have to spice it, That's why some food, you just get the aroma, you just want to eat it,
Exactly, exactly.
It's needed to be spiced.
If it's so spiced up, then you just always want it, you desire it, you're passionate, and then you love. Yeah. And then we just want to talk briefly again about faithfulness in marriages, loyalty. This is a big one. This is a so big one. We'll just talk briefly. I'll just come forward a bit, sweeter. I think we should move forward a bit. Yeah, I think that's best. Wonderful. Great. So we'll just talk a bit briefly on this. I think, it's much better, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it looks much
all better. Right, wonderful. Yeah, we know it's a big issue. I've had questions, why should men not commit adultery? Why do men cheat? Why I always say I'm not good at answering things why people do the wrong thing. I will tell you why they should do the right thing. So now it's really great. My husband is here. We're going to talk slightly on this, but we'll do it very, very intensely. Why should we be faithful to one another? I've heard a lot of people, unfortunately, even women, they tend to blame the women. If you do this to your husband, he wouldn't cheat. If you give this, oh, come on, let's not talk about that, all right? We're going to be very practical.
There's a place for that. There's a temptation, and the way things are in the world today. There's temptation.
I love it. You said temptation, sweetheart.
But you have a choice.
Exactly.
You still have a choice.
I love that.
I, as a Christian, okay, let me talk for myself.
Yeah, we are constantly tempted, but it's giving to the temptation.
My commitment is to God first and to my wife.
Wonderful.
And
so just hold on. What are you talking about now? Are you going to say, you're telling the audience now?
Yes, my commitment is
why you shouldn't cheat.
That's right.
Wonderful.
Why I shouldn't cheat.
Why you should be loyal to your
wonderful wife. My commitment is to God first, then to my pretty wife. And there's temptation, whether man of God or no man of God. There's so much temptation out there. Sometimes you go, you preach, sometimes you officiate in occasions and things like that. You see the way other women dress and how close they come to you and things like that, the moves they make and things like that. I normally say I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. But when you see such things like that, to my
go on, it's all right. Yeah.
When you see things like that, you see some kind of temptation, you just say, wow, I'm covered by the blood of Jesus, but I'm covered by the blood of my wife in this situation. So it's a no-go area, you know. I think it breaks relationship, it breaks commitment, it just destroys your family, you know.
Okay, so just like, why, apart from that, that's really true. So if I understand, like, your greatest commitment to God makes you not to ever cheat or want to cheat on your wife.
That's right.
Any other thing to help those who cheat? You know, men will cheat, which is such a shame.
Don't place yourself in a place where you'll be tempted. Don't place yourselves in a place where we're all weak. Don't place yourself in a place where it exposes your weakness.
Exactly.
Yes, you're not a giant in front of temptation.
Exactly.
You know? That's why even the Bible says you should flee from them. Don't put yourself in such positions.
Yeah.
You should know the kind of friends you work with. You know, if your friends have very negative influence of you, don't let that happen. If is it your family, don't let that happen. So, man, know thyself. You know.
Exactly.
We are all humans. We are infallible. We are not infallible. You know, we make mistakes. So if
someone says you cannot go where there is smoke and you don't come out smelling smoke, so you should be really the one of friends. If you have friends who are like cheats, married men, honestly, you shouldn't be around such people because they only influence. You know, they say, "Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are."
That's right.
You have to avoid such men, such friends. It doesn't matter how much you've been together, grown together. If your values are now different, if they are great cheats,
that's right.
You know, you should part from them because you cannot say you're strong. You're gonna influence them, like my husband said. We are only human. Yes. We are only human. No one is actually,
no one. Okay, now you tell us. I've just told you about me. You know, be real. You know, why wouldn't you cheat on your husband?
Wonderful.
It comes to you, and they're listening to you.
Wonderful. That's good. First of all, and like I said, like you said, also it's a question of commitment, honestly. And to me, you know, first of all, you know, to my husband, I love him, right? So much. I made a choice when I had to get married. I chose him. You know, whatever the situation, I chose him. You know, maybe I didn't think much about the complications or implications at that time because I was kind of younger. I mean, we knew each other when I was, how old was that? We've actually known each other now for, you see, we don't even know, very long time. Tell me the years.
Over 20 years now.
Yeah, exactly. That was in 19, you said I don't even keep those things.
But
1996, just before I left for Italy. That's true. 1996, exactly. Then I traveled, but we've been in touch and stuff like that. So, I made on my mind the choice I was going to get married to him. And then knowing God, you know, being a Christian, knowing the principles of God about marriage, concerning marriage. When I eventually got married to him, when I committed I was going to get married to this man, you know, I gave him my all. It says, a man shall leave his wife, his father and mother, and cleave to his wife, and they shall become one. We became one.
He's so hot and so sweet that you can't cheat on him. Go ahead.
You see, no matter how he is, it's really about me as well. Because of my values, my beliefs, you know, in what, you know, God says about marriage. You know, honestly, for me, I can't even begin to imagine, honestly. I cannot, and he knows that so much. It doesn't matter what he does to me. You know, I can't even begin to imagine, you know, how I could be with another man. He's so handsome, I'm so beautiful. I know so many people compliment someone like, are you married? But it's just a no-go area. You know, and it's about me, my principles, my values, you know, my commitment to him, and above all to God. You know, how would I be able?
Their commitment to God, then to
first, me. Of course, first, like I said, you're very right. Because honestly, how would I be? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thinking I've gone to be with another man? No, I can have, it's just really, I cannot even, it's just like saying, you have your values. You can never break the bank or you can never go and steal. You know, I don't think I could ever go and steal. I might be hungry. I'd rather go and beg than to steal. My values do not permit me to go and break somebody's home and steal their money or, you know, food from them. If I'm really hungry and they have food, I would rather go and say, please, can you help me? I'm hungry. So it's just a matter of the values I hold. That's right. And that's why truly when we start blaming people, oh, come on, don't kind of like, enable men to cheat, saying that, oh, the women don't do this, they don't dress well, they don't give them, some women love making love as well, more than men. Some women, so why only men? Of course, we know that they said men are really like, even the research has shown that, how many times? Is it 20 times a month?
That's very necessary, Is it, do you take it as once in a year, quarterly, weekly, daily?
I know.
We'll elaborate on this.
We'll do this. We'll be really, you don't want to miss.
So we'll talk on that.
We'll be
and
very
I'll tell
practical.
you my wife's opinion on that. You'll be amazed. I don't want to just hit it now on live, you know what I'm saying? But it was fantastic to hear from her how many times that she needs that in a day or in a week or things like that. It's encouraging. Anyway, we'll hear from you too. I would like to hear your views, ladies and gentlemen.
So, as I was saying then, that commitment, that love, and those values would never make me cheat. And it's exactly the same thing. For men who cheat, I want you to actually go back and review your commitment. Review the commitments you make, review your values and your beliefs. You cannot blame someone for cheating. We are adults. We are responsible people. Let's take responsibility. If you want to be the change, you want to save your marriage, you want your marriage to be great, you must start by being the change. As Mahatma Gandhi said, you want to see in your marriage, in your home, and in your world. You cannot blame someone for cheating. You cannot. Don't get your family involved, like he said, just be focused. Don't get your friends, beliefs in your beliefs. You have to shape and, your beliefs have to shape and determine your values.
It shapes your convictions.
Your convictions.
Yes, which is
exactly
what holds you. If you toy with your convictions, you're finished. If you toy with your opinion, those are things that you hold varied preferences on. But your conviction is just like your makeup. Yes, it's your makeup. So we'll discuss these things. They are simple things, but sometimes we overlook them. Simple things that we just need to put them back into practice.
And honestly, talking about that, sweetheart, I don't get so worried about cheating because I know that first and foremost, my husband will not cheat because of the values he holds, because of the beliefs he holds. It's not about me that I'm so beautiful. I know I'm a very beautiful girl. Am I not, sweetheart?
That's correct.
So whatever, sexy and cute, and how many years old with 3 amazing children?
That's right.
I'm just looking like a young girl.
That's correct.
But that's not what will make him not to cheat. Absolutely not. Honestly, it's not about me. It's about him and the beliefs he holds about marriage.
That's right.
Even if it was with another person, irrespective of whom he's married to or you are married to.
Hello, Joseph.
Hi, darling Joe. So all the men So our wonderful friends, it's got to do with your values, your beliefs.
That's right.
And to the women, I have a personal problem. Let me say this. I do not support men who cheat. I don't dislike anyone. They act.
Anyone who cheats.
But honestly, sweetheart, I have a serious problem with women who cheat. Especially, I'm married and have children. I have a serious problem. I cannot even comprehend. Please. So if you're a lady who cheats, honestly, I have a serious issue. You are a mother. You are married. Oh, come on.
Keep in touch.
Women, we are the builders of communities. We've got to do better. We've got to do better. So please, and I'm there for women to advocate for them, to be a role model, just be your best. You don't pay evil for evil. If you don't want your husband to cheat, you cannot dare to go and cheat. Bring him back to order. Because as I said, husbands who cheat have serious issues they need to deal with their belief system.
That's right.
Right, sweetie pie?
That's right.
Okay. Thank you, Eva. Let me see. Wow, watching for all. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. We're just kind of giving you vibes of how it's going to be like, but we'll give you more insights in the future. We'll take a theme. I think the first we'll start with is actually marriage fidelity. It's a huge issue.
Loyalty,
what do you think? Commitment and marriage fidelity.
No, let's get your views because we want it to be interactive. While we let's get some of their views. So
of course. So you send whatever theme you want us to start with. I know some people have sent themes that they would like to hear in the past. Whatever theme you want us to start with, please inbox us. Put it there. But we are working together with you. Iron sharpens iron.
Thinking of loyalty first. Communication, finances, work time, and all of this. But whatever.
I know some people have raised the issue of marriage fidelity, sweetheart. Yeah, okay, some people have raised that already. I think we'll start with that. Yeah. And we'll always be examples. And for us, it's just really, working with others. So we just want to take this opportunity to thank you all for joining us. It's just giving you an introduction to the power couple and family. And you know what? When you call yourself a power couple, you have to live up to that name, isn't it?
That's right.
So you work on yourself. I believe this is going to help us as well. Because we can't dare to go out on this behave.
We are not there yet. We are getting there.
And we cannot dare to say we are starting something like the Power Couple and Family Enrichment. I just told my husband, I love it. I'm so happy. Because we work a lot on ourselves. We will work day and night.
That's
Thanks,
right.
Dr. ER. Wonderful. We'll work day and night on ourselves because honestly, we want to reflect what we say. And we'll be working with all of you. So I just want to remind everyone again, we're talking about the family reunion. When? On Saturday?
2nd of December.
Wonderful. The 2nd of December 2017 at the Marble Ash Marriott Hotel. Please, ladies and gentlemen, wonderful husbands and what my darling in that love you. You see the partiality. That's my wonderful sister. Hello, so my wonderful another fat powerful couple.
And the kids.
You know, and we have my Uncle Jones there, a great powerful couple. You know what? They say call out the things that are not as if they were, and they start having manifestation in your marriages.
That's right.
All of us are power couples, okay? It doesn't matter how rocky our home may be now, our marriages. When you prophesy that you're a power couple and power family, there is nothing else than actually building that powerful. You're bound to
every trial.
You're bound
every
to.
trials, whether in your marriage, whether at work, whether in your business, you're bound to overcome it.
Wonderful. And what we'll be doing sometimes, we'll be taking videos of our amazing power couples to share some strategies and tips. Everyone has a way of succeeding in an area. Maybe we'll send things to you. What's your best success strategy when it comes to communication? What's your best success strategy when it comes to, like, you know, sex in bed, you know, love? What's your best? So we can share. Because we want success strategies. We want our marriages, like we said, we are a team. And the role of a team, any match, is to win. Is to win in life.
I can't wait to get the view of Mr. Mbawa on sex.
Oh.
I think you can give us some good contribution. He will do very well on that.
Wonderful. So we might get a video from the Bawa's family. So my darling Da and Valentine Bawa, get ready for that. You'll be doing a brief video and you're sending it to us, you know, to revive, you know, love making, you know, sex in marriages, because it is necessary. It is powerful. And just with your spouse, how amazing. So wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. Please, anyone who is willing to join us, we'll do another video to give you the whole structure and why this is fundamental with the research about families, about breakdown of, you know, families, especially in this world. Look at Inda, she's just putting Inda, no comment. No comment from you. Okay. No worries. Wonderful.
Thank you, Jonesy Papa. Thank you, Yvette, and all the rest. Please, God bless you. It was a fantastic time to be with you. Thank you for your time again. We'll come back and we'll have more to talk on. God bless you.
Wonderful. And we'll get the real structure in place to tell you how this is going to go. And then we'll give you the time when we're going to do a talk on fidelity in marriages. And we'll contact some of you. Mr. Valentine Bawa, of course, you're already on board. We'll contact some of you for some information, for some videos we're going to share. And sometimes we might do a live and get you people to connect with us, right? That can be one of the ways as well. So we get other power couples. And remember, prophesy over your home, over your marriage. You are a power couple. All of you watching, if you're married, you are a power couple and a power family. When you speak that, it will come to be.
That's right. And bye-bye. And to all of you that are facing temptation, when you face temptation, just say, I'm covered with the blood of my wife.
Amen. So call your wife. See your wife all over you.
I'm covered with the blood of my husband.
Loving it.
Way around. Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, sweetheart, let's just round up with a one on March to actually remind people. Wonderful, wonderful, beautiful ladies and gentlemen, beautiful wives and beautiful husbands, wives, you just go and take care of yourself, you know, be really, really spicy. Oh, my wonderful, wonderful Mr. Fon, that was my teacher, my maths teacher. Yeah, he loved me so much. Wow. He was a great, great teacher, and I was a very good student. Wasn't I, Mr. Right? I was a very intelligent student. Of course, like a student, of course. We're in a very serious school.
Okay,
yeah, very serious school. Yeah, oh, thank you. Wonderful. I know. So we just want to round up. Please remember, I will put the flyer out there. We are inviting you on the 2nd of December. We don't want the time to go so far. We don't want it to be only a virtual thing. We want to get together. Iron sharpens iron. No one has the answer to it all. We're going to share our strategies, and there will be some great surprises. When you register, we'll put the flyer out there. And please, everyone who wants to attend, you need to confirm by the 15th, even before the 15th of next month. It will be limited for a few couples, and it's about spending time with your husband, your wife, with your spouse. Let me explain to you. When you come to that event, to that get-together, it's about reigniting the love, you know, and connection back in your marriage, Inda, my darling friend, if you are there, I'm not going to sit and talk with you. No. You're going to sit and talk with Mr. Mbawa. You spend all the time with your wonderful husband. I'm going to spend the time with my husband. Mr. Jones, you're going to spend the time with Annie. It will be about you and your spouse. And there will be some clear guidelines. You're not going to talk about children. You're not going to talk about school. It will be about yourself. We'll spend that 3 hours in a wonderful, luxurious dinner at the Marble Arch Marriott Hotel with some wonderful music in the background. You and your wife and the entire place, and there will be some stuff. Those who register will send further information, and there will be some great surprises. But it's for us to reconnect. Then we'll share some success strategies, and it will be some quality time. It is important. I wonder how many people have ever had, especially after having children, have ever had that quality time just with their spouse. For some of us, we are privileged. Some, they are not. But when we get together, we understand and we learn from each other. The men are not going to sit there and talk to one another. It will be with you and your spouse. Work together. There will be some stuff, to deliberate on. And then there will be some gifts as well. So I will put out the flyer. Wonderful, my darling Gaby. What's he saying? Good one. Big sister for Destiny. He says I'm Destiny big sister. You see, Destiny is my clone. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope to see you all. But we'll give you more info after this. And this is going to help all of us. So please get on board. If you want to succeed in saving your marriage, not only saving it, but like I said, we're not born to just have a marriage that goes by, but in having a glorious marriage.
That's right.
An excellent and wonderful marriage. I love using glorious. That when you step out as a couple, you can see the brilliance from within you. You learn how to communicate, respect one another. And when we do this, believe me, we will learn to work on ourselves. We are not, my husband and myself. You need to see us sometimes when we argue. Yeah, we are agreeing. Yes, we are getting there,
right,
aren't we?
That's right.
And things like this will help us.
We have differences in
we are just very, we are just like an imperfect couple. Two imperfect people who have decided to come together to work towards perfection. We will never get to perfection anyway, but each day to commit that we want this day better, because we're not perfect, sweetheart. If we get there, then we'll never have more to work.
We're struggling to get there.
If we get there, then we'll have nothing else to do. With each new day, we have to become more perfect and perfect.
We'll get there. We're working towards that.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for that. So thank you all, guys. Thank you all, wonderful people. We
nice
love you all, and thank you all for joining us. And here is Tim Likambi, and he's the amazing coach. No, he's the captain, and I am the amazing coach. So come on, ladies are the coaches, husbands are the captains, but you know what I mean. It takes a good coach for the team to win, right? To give the captain.
If the captains don't bang the goals, no matter what the coach says, they're gonna. Okay.
No, the players have to score, not us. Our children are the players. Our children are the players, and the wives. So
have a blessed day, people.
And one of the greatest gifts of coaches women is to listen. Let's be great listeners. Let's learn to listen. We love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And thank you all for joining us. And go there and be the greatest power couple and family in the world. We love you all. And it's a bye. And to you. Love you. Love you all, guys. And God bless you. Send us your comments. We want to know more from you. We love you. We're going to leave you now. And you actually share and give us your feedback. Thank you so much. We love you.
It's finished.
Is this showing live? Just 1 minute. It's not out, sweetheart. Sorry. Okay.